What's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. I wanted to do kind of a copycat of one of the other videos I already did. If you guys recall my huge sugar cookie recipe, you guys seem to really love that. So today we're gonna do a huge single serve protein oatmeal cookie, and we're gonna also do a little protein glaze that you can drizzle on top. So to get started, all you're gonna need to do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees and get your bowl ready that we're gonna mix everything in. Again, I love single serve recipes because it's one and done. You don't have to worry about, am I gonna eat the whole batch of everything that I shouldn't? You're just gonna have one perfect cookie that's gonna fit great into your macros. So for today's cookie recipe, for oatmeal cookie, I wanted to use the peanut butter fluff way. You guys can obviously use any other MTS way that you prefer. And I'm going to use a half a scoop of the peanut butter fluff, throw that in our bowl. And then for the cookie combination, I'm gonna do a combo of organic whole wheat flour and quick oats. And so we're gonna do 1/8 of a cup of each of those. I'm gonna dump those in. You can use just oats if you want, but I think it gives a little bit more of that cookie-ness texture to it if you use a little bit of the ground flour as well. So to sweeten this, I really like Splenda brown sugar. I think that goes great in terms of the taste with an oatmeal cookie. And I'm just gonna use 1 teaspoon of this because a teaspoon goes a long way in terms of the sweetness. At this point, I'm just gonna go ahead and mix all those up together. All right, once we've got that mixed in, next, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. You guys can use almond butter, whatever you like. Just 1 tablespoon of that is gonna give us essentially all the fat for this recipe, which is gonna help fill us up a little bit longer as well with that fat in there. And it also just makes the cookie taste really good. So we're gonna add that in there. I didn't melt it or anything like that. Next, it's up to you if you wanna use a whole egg, you can. I'm just going to use egg beaters because quite honestly, all I wanna use is a tablespoon, and it's much easier to just measure out a tablespoon of egg beaters versus whipping up a whole egg and separating it out. Just gonna use that same tablespoon, pour that in there. And lastly, for wet ingredients, I'm gonna use the sugar-free maple syrup. You guys could use regular maple syrup, you could use honey. I also have this better stevia on hand, that's another option. But this again is gonna add a little sweetness to it. It's also gonna add a little stickiness to help the batter kind of stick together. So 1 tablespoon of that, and then we're gonna go ahead and mix this up. All right guys, so this is a really easy recipe. That's all you have to do is mix it all together and you're gonna get that perfect cookie consistency. I've got a piece of wax paper lined on a cookie sheet and I sprayed it with just a little non-stick cooking spray. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my hunk of oatmeal cookie batter in there. I'm gonna make sure I don't leave any of it behind. And I'm not gonna flatten it out totally because I want it to stay kind of puffy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and shape it onto my pan. Batter test. Tastes delish. We're gonna go ahead and throw this in the oven, 350 degrees. I'm gonna throw it in there for approximately 8 minutes. I wanna make sure it's cooked all the way through, but keep a little bit of the softness of the cookie because I like a soft cookie. All right guys, 7 minutes has passed and my oatmeal cookie came out perfect. It's not crispy, which is how I like it, but it's cooked enough and then soft on the inside. So you get a pretty decent size cookie. If I show you the palm of my hand, you can get a good idea of the size of it. Now, if you want to play around with adding in some nuts or chocolate chips, things like that to the batter, you can. I just left it plain, and what I'm gonna do to add a little bit more protein and a little something fun is I'm gonna do a protein glaze on top of it. So I'm just using the vanilla ice cream isolate. What I did was I took a 1/4 scoop of that and just added a little bit of water. You don't wanna add too much. It's always gonna look like you didn't add enough, but just keep stirring. Literally like maybe a tablespoon of water is all you need to get the protein frosting kind of consistency. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and drizzle this on top of my cookie. All right guys, that is all it takes to make this huge ass oatmeal cookie. It will taste delightful right out of the oven. So go ahead, eat your huge ass cookie and don't feel guilty about it. I hope you guys give this recipe a try, enjoy it. Don't forget to get all your protein needs at tigerfitness.com. Keep checking back for more.